Hi, my name is Frema, and a couple of weeks ago, I shared my positive birth story here on this platform. And somewhere getting to the end of the story, I mentioned that I wrote down some declarations and affirmations that helped me through pregnancy, labor and delivery, and then postpartum. So I want to go through these declarations with you. This is not an idea that is unique to me at all. I got it from reading the book Supernatural Childbirth, which I also shared in my birth story, and I think that it was helpful. So the first one was, my childbirth will be a testimony of God's design. And yes, I believe that God made the woman's body to hold the baby, to carry the baby, to give it nutrition and life, and also to be able to birth the baby. And that's one other thing I read from the book and from all the science and research that's out there, all the videos people have posted, that this is God's design. This is God's way of multiplying and adding more humanity into the world. Okay, so childbirth shouldn't be a huge mystery. Maybe it can be a mystery, but a mystery that points to God's design. And that is one of my testimonies, that my birthing process was very smooth. It was without complication, and she came out in a few minutes. In minutes, it wasn't few, but in minutes she did come out. The next one was, our baby is a miracle that points to Jesus. Okay, since she was born, we've not really had any complications. We've not had any reason to take her to the emergency. We've not had any worries. Indeed, Jesus has really been the center of it all, and I continue to give glory to him. As a family, we continue to bless him everywhere we go. We've been in America, in the UK, and hopefully in Ghana soon. We keep having services, Thanksgiving services, to give glory unto Jesus. And then our baby's birth will glorify God. Same thing, we keep giving him all the glory because he's the one who has done this. And these declarations and affirmations kept me while I was pregnant and preparing for birth, because at the end of the day, I said that all glory was going to be given to God. I also wrote that each contraction brings me closer to meeting baby. Yes, because I didn't want to have contractions in vain, right? I didn't want to waste the contractions. The contractions were not easy. Anyway, they were really intense. But as I kept declaring that each contraction was causing a dilation, each contraction was bringing me closer to meeting baby, it helped me to go through the process. And I also wrote that my labor progresses steadily and speedily. Thank you, Jesus, for that one. I feel like it could have been shorter, but I give God all the glory because I didn't have any complications. I didn't have any reason to have like an assisted birth or delivery. The process was just so positive. Every time I had a cervical check, I was at least one step ahead. So I guess this was it at all. I also said, I'm pushing baby out without tearing or an episiotomy, and God did this one for me as well. I didn't have an episiotomy. I did have a second-degree tearing, but it healed very quickly. The stitches was bearable. I didn't even realize that I had it. Also maybe because of the epidural, but yeah, this was one of my declarations, and God did for me. And then I wrote that our baby is healthy and perfect. She is so beautiful. She has the brightest eyes ever, and yeah, all good. The next one is, I experienced no complications with my labor, delivery, and postpartum recovery. By God's grace, I didn't experience any complications at all. My recovery was very quick, very fast. At a point, I was really wondering. I didn't have to wait till 6 weeks. My 6 weeks postpartum checkup to realize that I was fine. And God did this for me. I want to thank him and give him all the glory. I also said, my positive childbirth experience is a testimony for all expectant mothers, or all expectant mothers. And this is very important to me because I have many friends. I have so many people around me, most of them who got married around the same time I did. And I know that very soon God will do for them as he's done for me and my family. So I just wanted, an experience that these people will not feel like, this is going to be a very hard journey, it's going to be very hard and complicated. No, I wanted them to say that God did for our friend, and so he's going to do for me as well, and he really did for me. So I'm grateful. I said, our child is mighty in the land. That's as she's growing up, and every time praying over her, speaking God's blessings over her. There are so many scriptures about praying over your child, and maybe if you want me to share, I can share some with you. But this is one of the ones that I pray over her a lot, that she's mighty in the land. Wherever she steps her feet, wherever she is pleased, wherever she is planted, she will flourish and she will grow beautifully. And then one of the last things I wrote was, we are great parents and stewards for this gift of God. Because when you think about the fact that you're able to bring new life into the world, it comes with responsibility. To whom much is given, much is expected. If God has given us this great gift to raise a child, I'm not going to sit down and play about it. I'm not going to just I need to make a positive contribution to the world, and one way I can do that is through motherhood, through parenthood. These declarations, I wrote them together with my husband. We pray them every night leading up to the birth. People of God, God is indeed a faithful God, and He's been faithful to our family. He's been faithful to me. He's been faithful to my child, and be faithful to my husband. I'm just grateful. All right, if you like and enjoy content like this, on this platform we talk about all things motherhood, pregnancy, labor, delivery. Please and please, if you want to share your birth story, whether you deem it positive or not, I know there's a testimony in there for someone else. Please let me know, and then you'll be invited to have a conversation. God bless you.